Alrighty, so this is a breakdown of Etsy's fees and the fees for selling on their website. So this is available from Etsy.com here, but instead of having be all together and include a lot of the additional features that aren't mandatory fees associated with every single product, what I did is I pulled out the actual mandatory fees that will occur for every product that you actually list and don't include any of the auxiliary features that Etsy offers to you for additional fees. Some work very well, others do not, but these are the base fees associated with selling your product without anything additional. So having the shop itself is free, which is excellent. A lot of e-marketplaces charge you to have a monthly membership fee. Etsy does not, so it's free. Listing an item is 20 cents per item. Now, it doesn't matter how many units you have of that particular item. You could have 1 unit or 1,000 units. As long as it's all 1 unit, one particular type, then it's still just 20 cents. So regardless of how many units you have being sold. If you have 2 different products, then it's 2 separate 20-cent fees. So this is per product, regardless of how many actual units you sell. Selling the item, this is where Etsy makes their money. This is their commission of 3.5%. Direct checkout, this is the fee for Etsy being able to take credit cards, debit cards, Apple Pay, PayPal. This is a fee for sure that will be associated. 99% of customers are going to pay using one of those methods. So configure this and calculate for this in your calculation of their total fees. Shipping labels, this is the shipping cost essentially. So this will be highly variable depending on what your item is, how much it weighs, and where you're shipping it, obviously. In my experience, when I was shipping blankets weighed about 2.5 pounds, sending to New Jersey, for example, would be around $8. So this is a variable fee just depending on what you're sending and how much you're sending and where you're sending it to. But this is also part of it. Etsy has a great program set up with the Postal Service where you can get discounted shipping labels through Etsy and you can print them directly from Etsy. And also they won't charge you right away for it. They'll actually bill you and they'll charge it to your account every 2 weeks, I believe, is when they'll actually charge you for creating that shipping label. So that's a nice feature they have. Multi-quantity fee. This is in the event you're selling multiple units in a single transaction. There's an additional 60-cent fee. This does apply, but it's very rare in my experience that you'll see purchases with multiple items. It does happen, but for the vast majority, it'll just be single unit purchases that you'll see most of the time. And promoted listings, this is definitely variable. It's basically advertising your product throughout Etsy. It is highly, highly effective. I will say that. I've used it and I had great success with it, but it's not mandatory for setting up and selling your listing. So we won't include that in our fee calculation. So that's the breakdown of fees. Let's look at the example I have here of a $100 item. So we have the listing fee of 20 cents, just 20 cents. I have, for example's sake, let's say I have 20 units that I'm selling through Etsy. It's still just 20 cents because they're all the same unit. The Etsy's fee is 3.5%. So of 100, that'll be 350. Checkout fee, 3% plus 25 cents. That's 325. I just put in a dummy figure here of $5. Again, it's highly variable depending on what you're shipping and where, but we'll just use a round number of $5. So that's it, and our total is $11.95. So from our $100 item, what we're making is $88.05. Now I included a breakdown of what percentage the total fee is of the selling cost, just to give you an idea. So Etsy's fee with shipping is 12%. So it's 12% including everything. Etsy's fee without the shipping, it's 7%, which is highly competitive. For example, Amazon FBA, the minimum you'll see is 15%. So in this sense, Etsy is very seller friendly, and it's a great place to promote your products, especially products that are not easily found on other marketplaces like Amazon. So there you go. That's the breakdown of the Etsy fees.